Good morning and welcome to Sylvania First. I am Tom. I am the pastor here, and we're having some technical difficulties at the back, and so we're trying to get everything up and running for us. And if we're able to get PowerPoints rolling, we're gonna have all of our hymns on slides. And if we don't, there are those red books in front of you that you can pull out, and we'll announce numbers. So anyway, all of us at Sylvania First are in the mission of building life-changing relationships through and with God, and we want to know you, whether you're with us online or in person. We'd love to connect with you in worship. To interact with us in online worship, you'll need to log in through live.sylvaniafirst.org. From there, you can respond to questions or join in our prayers through the chat box. Our opening question this morning is, how do you learn best? Do you learn best by seeing, by hearing, by touching, with music or movement? Feel free to type your response into the chat box, and if you're in the sanctuary, that's a conversation you can have with someone near you. How do you learn best? By seeing, hearing, touching, with music or movement? Ashley?
As PT said, my name is Ashley, and I'm so glad you all have joined us for worship. We will begin in just a moment, but before we do, I just wanted to let you know about some of the things that are going on around here. Middle and high school students are invited on a day trip to Cedar Point Amusement Park on Thursday, July 7th. We will meet at the church at 8:30 a.m. and carpool to the park. Students are encouraged to buy their tickets online ahead of time. The cost online is $54.99 along with money for food. We need to know ahead of time if you are planning to attend, so please let me know or email me at awin@sylvaniafirst.org. The next multi-faith field trip is scheduled for June 30th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Temple Shomer Emunim. Come and learn about the Jewish faith. You can register for this event on the Multi-Faith Council of Northwest Ohio's website. Come with us to see the newest exhibit of Persian art at the Art Museum on Friday, July 8th. Meet at the church at 5, and we will head to the museum for dinner and then explore the new exhibit and expand how we look at some of the other exhibits. All are invited. See Julie if you have any questions. The #LoveYourNeighbor419 book club meets tonight at 7 in the gathering space. Whether you have read the book or not, come and share in lively conversation. All ages are invited to the Toledo Zoo on Monday, July 11th. Lucas County residents receive free admission to the zoo on Mondays before noon. We will meet at the entrance at 10 a.m. You can find out more information about all these things on the scribble sheet available in the back of the sanctuary, as well as at sylvaniafirst.org. You can also follow us for daily inspiration through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're glad you're here. Welcome to worship.
So our opening question this morning is, how do you learn best? By seeing, by hearing, by touching, by music, or movement? I knew about learning styles a long time ago, but it first became very important to me when I discovered that our son Alistair really learns best by movement, by acting things out, by physically engaging his body, which made sitting in class excruciating for him. Which was very different from my experience because I learned by hearing. I remember my 10th grade biology teacher, Mr. Hillman, would lecture us and tell us all kinds of things about ATP. I can even hear the way that he says it. And when I went to college and I got in the honors biology class, I heard Mr. Hillman's voice in my ear as I was taking tests. It was just that deeply ingrained how his voice and the way that he spoke it just resonated in me. And so I remember some of those little mitochondrial details. So how about you, Ashley? How do you learn best?
I think I learn best through a combination of seeing and doing. And you know, it's amazing what you can learn from YouTube videos now. I don't really know anything about electricity. However, YouTube enabled me to fix my ceiling fan when it broke. So, how about you, Julie?
So for me, it's all about experiences, and I think you all know that. That's how I teach too, right? Because I want to know how I feel. I want to get it into my body, which is kind of similar to the kinesthetic, but not exactly. So, and having been a teacher for a bunch of years, Gardner's principles are very important to me, and so I know there are lots of ways of learning. So hopefully you all can figure out the best way that you learn, and we can help you to learn through that process as well. So if you are with us in the sanctuary, if you would stand as you're able to sing the opening hymn with us, and if you're with us online, just get into a posture where you're able to worship with us.
As we enter into our time of prayer, we always begin with prayers of thanksgiving. Those of you who are joining us online can go ahead and type your thanksgivings into the chat box now. If you have a private